Namaste and good morning. I'm back home today. I've been on a little trip up to visit my girls and had loads and loads of family and friends visiting, and it's been quite busy, quite a lot more social than I normally am. And today, the last of our visitors left this morning, and hence the later class. And that was about 10 minutes ago. And for the last 10 minutes, I've had this peace settle over me. And although all of that is awesome and so much fun, I'm sort of reminded how important it is to have a little bit of solitude. And our last guest is a very chatty friend of ours. So I love him to death, but yeah, he doesn't stop talking. And so I don't know how your silly season has been panning out, but I hope that you have grabbed a few moments of that peace that you can only get in solitude. And today's class is a short little 20-minute class, and it really is a lot of quiet. There will be a lot of quiet in this class. I'm not going to prattle on too much. We're going to find a pose and simply settle into it and just find our breath. And hopefully that will center you and give you as much peace as what I am searching for myself today. And I'm going to try and snatch as many fragments of my day where I can actually sit in silence or just sit with myself for a time here and there. So to begin, sitting comfortably, I'm going to get you to tuck your toes and remove any blocks out of the road. I'll turn sideways so that you can see. So tucking the toes underneath, sitting back on the heels, and then just lifting the butt slightly up, pubic bone pulling forward. So we're activating through the quads here, arms straight out. And we're going to just clench and flick, clench and flick. And we're just breathing. Now, if this is okay for you, stay here. If you'd like to raise your hands above the head and continue with the flicking. And finding a rhythm of your breath. Last 2 flicks here. And then letting yourself sink back onto your heels. It feels pretty nice. Allow yourself to feel all of the feels, whether there is a little discomfort in that or whether there is a sense of ease. I'm going to take 3 breaths here. And when you're ready, lean forward, unfurl the toes, give them a little wiggle, and sink back. That feels pretty good. Make your way into your first downward facing dog, taking your time. Now that you've found your downward dog, if you're comfortable closing the eyes, close the eyes and notice if there's a deal of efforting in the body. I want you to take the intense efforting away and find yourself in that easeful pose. So you don't want to make it too sort of strong. Let the heels sort of raise a little if you need to. Check that there's no tension in and around the mouth, the jaw, the neck. And just explore this pose for the next 3 breaths, just in your own way. I'm going to breathe in
And out for 2. Final breath here. And empty. Bend the knees, look forward. Slow steps to the front of the mat. Feet hip width apart. Stretch the spine first. Lengthen into that half lift. And then fold. Grab opposite elbows. And we're here for 3 breaths. Again, just letting yourself explore it. Taking the tension out. Just letting your whole body experience the pose. And releasing the hands. Slowly come on up to stand. Take your time getting there. Roll the shoulders open. Bring the big toes to touch, finding Tadasana. And if you're comfortable closing the eyes, don't even hear, or just a soft gaze to the distance. Just feel from the very tips of your toes right up through the body. And bringing the hands to the heart, reach tall. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Emptying the breath. Half lift. Inhale. Stepping left foot back on the mat. Knee coming down. Going to a crescent moon. Inhale, hands rise. Hands to the mat or onto blocks, and front leg straightens. And for this first one, I really like blocks, like that elevation that it affords. We're going to stay here for 3 breaths. So you've got loads of time. Rather than trying to work away from that stretch, try to bring yourself toward it and just lean into that stretch very gently, very mildly. So you're not trying to force anything. And gently remove the blocks out of the road, lean forward, step into a fold and empty the breath. Half lift, inhale, stepping right foot back. And we do the same on the other side. Knee comes down, reaching tall. Nice big breath through the body. Hands to the blocks, front leg straightens. And again, just find your way towards the stretch. Don't be worried so much about what it looks like. Just feeling how you can maneuver your body to just lean into that stretch. Making it all about the sensation. Rocking forward, take the blocks out of the road, step into the fold, front of mat. Rise to stand, inhale, hands meet, and bringing them back to the heart and back to your center. Take a moment, just noticing, once we give ourselves that time to check in with our body and to make it all about what's really present, what's here now, how much of that fragment and that busyness in our life can just sort of take second row for a change. And we'll go with that flow, just speeding it up a little. It's very gentle, it's very mild, so it's very easy to disengage. So let's make it all about that, what we're doing, and our breath. So inhale, reach tall. Exhale, fold. Half lift, inhale. Left foot stepping back, knee coming down. A smooth inhale coming up. And exhale, front leg straightens. You can use the blocks here if you like. Take a breath one more time. Exhale. rocking forward, step into the fold, empty the breath. Rise to stand, inhale, fold, exhale. Half lift, inhale, right foot stepping back, knee coming down. Inhale, hands right. Exhale, front leg straightens. Breathing in. Letting stuff really sink into that pose. Bend the front knee, step into the fold. Exhale. Rise, inhale. Hands to heart. Exhale. Inhale, hands rise. Keep moving. Exhale, fold. Half lift, inhale. Left foot steps back, knee stays up this time. Inhale, rise. Exhale, front leg straightens, and we try and fold, back heel presses. Bend the front knee, sweep up, inhale. And front leg straightens, hands to the mat, exhale. Last time. Inhale, hands rise. Exhale, front leg straightens, fold. Bend the front knee, inhale. Exhale, step forward, fold. Rise to stand, inhale. Hands to heart. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, fold. Half lift, inhale. Right foot stepping back. Inhale, coming up, crescent lunge. Front leg straightens, the back heel presses back and we fold. Again, inhale, rise. Exhale, front leg straightens. Last time, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bend the front knee. Exhale, step and fold. Rise. Inhale. Hands to heart. Exhale. Nice. One breath here. And empty. Sweep to the sky. Exhale, fold. Half lift, inhale. Step back to high plank. Deep breath in. Chaturanga. Upward dog or baby cobra. And downward facing dog. Close the eyes if you're comfortable and just allow 3 breaths of exploring. Any tension, just release. And we're going to have one more breath. And when you're ready, come down onto your knees. I'm going to spin sideways so you can see what's going on here, but you might like to just stay on your mat. We're going to put our right foot out to the side, turning the toes out. And the knee doesn't have to be directly off to the side. It can be slightly forward so the hips are square. And just so long as you've got this 90-degree angle here. I'm going to reach left arm up and just leaning over towards the right. Spin the heart to the sky, and you should be feeling a little stretch on that inner thigh. Take a breath. Sweep the hand, left hand touches the floor. Front leg might straighten, and we reach up and over, a really nice opening for the side. Spin the heart. And let's see if we can play with that as a movement. So inhale, sweep up and open. Place the hand back down on the mat and sweep Right arm up and open. Inhale to the right, sweep open. And exhale, nice big movements. Coming back up to straight. And we're going to change the knees over. So if your knees get sore, just double your mat over. So foot pointing out, hips squaring up to the front. Try not to let the knee roll in here, so it's sort of nice and square over the top of the ankle. We're going to do the same on this side. So reach up, this time leaning, you can lean on that elbow and leaning over to the left, spinning the heart. Sweep the hand to the mat and hand reaches up and over. Maybe the leg straightens. And coming back. So we're just going to do that figure eight with the arms. And over to matching your breath. Nice big sweeping. Like you're washing away, wiping away all that busyness and silliness. And we come back to the center and bring both knees in, sinking down, letting the hands rest open, closing the eyes if you're comfortable, and simply letting yourself feel all of the feels and that stillness after the movement. And often there's that echo of the busyness, the echo of the movement still there. And it is your job to just simply put a bit of space in between those thoughts of busyness. Take 2 more breaths here. And gently blinking, open the eyes. Coming up onto all fours here. We're going to cross the ankles and bring the feet through so that we're sitting now on our butt. Feet forward. Dandasana, nice and strong and straight through the body. Pulling the toes right back. And finding your center here. This can be quite strong if you're not slouching. And then bend your right knee, bring your heel up into the groin, setting yourself up so that you're even out through both legs. I'm going to do some more of that lateral bending. I'm going to reach behind with the right hand. You can use your hand on the inside of the leg to rotate a little more. You don't need to force. And then simply fold towards the leg without going too far. Inhale, reach, spin open. You're trying to get that left rib to come around. And then lengthening over the leg. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And pause here for 2 more breaths. I'm still trying to spin my body. And then gently release. Take the hand behind, reach up. And coming back down. Stretching out the legs. Coming back into that, into your staff pose. Dandasana. Just feeling all the feels. And we're going to do the same on the other side. This time bending left heel in. Getting your body nicely prepped here. And reach, using the hand on the inside of the leg, the spine nice and tall. Reach up and over.
And just find that twist, more an opening than a lowering. And inhale, take it again. Exhale, over. Not forcing it. Inhale. Exhale. 3 breaths. And release, hand behind, reach tall, hips rise. Nice big stretch through the body. And we come back down. That's pretty yummy on the sides of the body. Coming back into Dandasana. Steadying breaths. Reach the hands forward and lower gently down onto the floor. Take any ponytails out of the root. Give yourself a mini Shavasana here just before we finish with one more pose. Just a little moment of quiet. And fluttering the eyes open, bring one knee in at a time. Give them a nice little movement for that lower back. And you're going to pick up the feet and come into a happy baby. Now this one, I'm going to leave you in happy baby. I'm going to stay here for as long as you can. So by that I mean don't labor it to the point where all you're wanting to do is get out of this pose. But find yourself even maybe hooking onto the toes. Just find yourself able to sit with this for as long as you can. And then when you're ready, when you are truly ready to give yourself your Shavasana, so by that I mean when you take that breath, when you desperately want to come out of the pose, just take another breath and then let yourself totally release into Shavasana and stay in that beautiful repose, that moment for yourself for as long as you have time for. It's been a pleasure and a privilege. I hope you have a